In this video, I just want to tell you what has worked for me. It's been pretty miraculous. In the last 10 days, I've gone from pretty much bedridden and in a downward spiral in terms of things that I could do to going for a walk today. I've still got some symptoms. I'm a bit of a work in process, but I just meditated away my symptoms. So I really want to go through what the turning point was, but first I just want to give you a bit of background. So I've had long COVID probably 3 times, and this last time, it usually lasts around 3 months, but this last time I got smashed. I was recovering from the virus slowly, but predictably it was taking a long time. And then I had to drive down to Sydney, and I live 2,000 kilometres away, so it was a big drive. And I then had a holiday, and I was recovering while I was having the holiday, and then I drove back and then went in a pickleball tournament, and that energy that I put into that tournament, emotionally, physically, was just too much, and my body just went into a full-on PEM situation, which, as you guys probably know, is pretty devastating. It sort of, I was bedridden for like days and housebound for weeks. So I got into AI, and I thought, okay, I really need to, I can't live like this. It's pretty horrific. It wasn't just the normal long COVID that I knew I could get out of slowly, but this was much, much more challenging. And AI sent me down a rabbit hole, which I think it will for anybody. So I think it's quite, quite a danger, really, in some ways. Like, if you just do the standard thing and look for, help with long COVID or help with CFS, it'll take you down the path of pacing. And for me, it was just a downward spiral. I was literally, doing what it said, for example, 6,000 steps, and I was monitoring my heart rate and all that kind of thing. And I was actually doing this walk that I just basically walked down this pathway here, and I was going backwards. I would do 6,000 steps, and the next day, I'd have some symptoms, and I was worried about a crash, and it would say that I couldn't do anything the next day, and then maybe 3,000 steps after that. And so then I would do that, and the same thing would happen. So my ability to do stuff was diminishing, and I was in a downward loop for weeks and weeks, and it was just getting worse and worse until about 10 days ago. I was actually doing some shopping, which was a challenge, but I was doing some shopping because I have a family, and I still need to, do some things. And I ran into an old friend, and she had recovered from stage 4 cancer. And last time I saw her, which was many years ago, she was in trouble, big time. I thought this might be the last time I would see her. She looked really unwell. And she is perfectly healthy today. And what got her out of it wasn't chemo or treatments or anything like that. It was Joe Dispenza. She basically did his courses and read his books, and in fact ended up on stage. I can share a link below about that, but essentially she ended up curing herself of cancer, and I just thought to myself after that meeting, look, if she can do that, I can absolutely have a crack at this from a neuroplasticity point of view. So I started to completely change my tune in terms of what I was doing, and I had the belief that I could do this. And like I said, this was just 10 days ago. I started searching for reputable people that were dealing with CFS that also had experience with neuroplasticity. And there's a doctor can't remember his name, I'm sorry, I will put it on the screen here, but his work really helped me to realise I was on the right path. And from there I started to look for people who could actually help with, you know, the day-to-day, the meditations. So I did some searches for meditations, and I found some really great meditations that really helped. And then I found a book by Jan Rothney, who she has a fantastic book for just $5 on Kindle that I started to read. And it's quite heavy on the science, so actually I recommend looking at her YouTube videos first. They will give you a really good background for what she's all about. But yeah, I started going down this path, a completely different path. I got rid of the pacing apps that I was using like every hour, or, you know, many times per hour. I stopped looking at my heart rate. I just started doing meditations where I could actually sit with my symptoms and basically make it known to my nervous system that I was safe, that I wasn't causing any more damage, that I wouldn't try and push them away, I wouldn't try and get rid of them, I would actually just try and feel at ease with them. So I actually had this kind of mental exercise where I would imagine that I was having a spliff with them, with my symptoms. So whether it was a headache or for me, my glands used to swell up, and today I had a headache, but I got rid of it by doing this meditation, which I now don't need to do guided. I can actually just do it by myself. So I'm still recovering, but last week was insane. You know, just when the apps and the trackers and AI was telling me I shouldn't do anything, I just decided, bugger it, I'm just going to go for a massive walk today. I'm not going to even look at my heart rate anymore. I'm not going to look at how many steps. I'm just going to do double the amount that I did yesterday, and that's what I did, and I have not crashed. And then since then I've just done more and more activities. I went back mountain biking last week, which caused a crash a few weeks prior. So that was big for me, because mentally I had to get over that barrier of the crash, but I haven't crashed. That was, you know, 4 or 5 days ago. And since then I've played pickleball for 2 hours after mowing the lawn, like stuff that I couldn't have imagined in my wildest dreams that I could do now 2 weeks ago. I just couldn't have imagined it. So so much more to say about how AI can lead you down the wrong path. I'll probably do another video on that. I want to share more about my symptoms. I want to share more about how you can get yourself out of this hideous, horrible, frightening, depressing situation. So yeah, I'll try and share some more videos. I'll try and create some more videos on that, because I really feel like there's so many people that could get out of this. They don't need to be stuck in this. But have a look at the links below for some more information and to get the ball rolling. Hope you found this helpful. Thanks for watching. Cheers.